After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
They got a whole little grand scheme that you're not even knowing about, my dog. But come on. Right? 118 out of 30, that good job. It was on 33 days from around. She just like shot it up. We got the 118 and the 33.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
We got the same thing with Shotty Lowe's.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be stepped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times to interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game?
In trouble, he's taken down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Well, they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Now back to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Black Knights are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. I mean, less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up. Right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
121, but most importantly, below a sacrifice equals 257. In the English language, the reverse. So when you put it in reverse, it equals 257, which is the 55th pile number, which car crash again.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. They lost 5 of 6 and half in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This is taken at the 15. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10.
In the 2016 Audi on Wednesday. All equals 44.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Goes right back to McBride. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. When you look at this defense, they were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They look to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
That's all they're doing on their platforms is lying to deceive you.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off for the end zone. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, come on.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 113 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. When you look at this defense, they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication in the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit on his shoulder pads and carry them to the next place.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Love, they go play action now.
Bro, this thing, that's in the pocket.
That's why they brought the movie in and don't say play no more. But that's all we got, man. That's all we got for this video, man.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson from the right hash. This from 48. McPherson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, pulled a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Second quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 10 cycles. Set.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh.
This one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 128 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it, when you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, the confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Only thing bothers me is when
Now a 2nd and 6.
stuff like that. That's too much for
Hands it off out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They've been trying to kill this boy so bad that they done shot up his mama house.
McPherson's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
In motion goes the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Stanley.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that in the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that's going to tie us at 13. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
I need to call him Brady. He feel betrayed by everybody. He feel betrayed by Jay Crimp Jr., and he feel betrayed by the
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action. Love to throw. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Stuff like that for him, like why aren't they giving him the red carpet treatment like they gave him that? Not only that, though, he said that he's willing to die if they keep going. He said that he will shoot every single one that they box. Now, y'all don't know. There's a lot of moms out there. They boxing promotion to
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Good space to operate there.
Bro, come on, bro.
Inside the 35-yard line. 154 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and it just locked people down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Jaden Reed, 29 yards. And the Condors will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. They go play action here on first down. And that's incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crack the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. McClure in the motion man right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Man, come on.
He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Oh, come on with this.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Love looking to throw it.
Man, that's in the pocket, man. Come on. Man, throwing the ball away in the pocket.
Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. There he goes outside. It is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. McPherson's kick is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd down and 6 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On play action, they'll throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Black Knights have got it back to within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where if they try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. To about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Now Love. Musgrave's got it out right. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13.
Oh, boy, turn the corner.
On the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time they look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's complete to Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
His life is not his life. They in control of his whole image. The word that come out of his mouth.
They'll look to throw here. A short one here, caught by McBride. And fights through one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 46 yards. And the Black Knights have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
How can we look at you the same after you just go ahead how can we really just be going to you?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
That you pulled your opponent, you pulled the gun on my son, and slapped them all in the face and all this.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that part, Nate. I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
I don't know when you're going to snap out again. I don't know when.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I'm not going to be kicking with you one day and then next thing you're going to get feeling all emotions.
One back in the backfield, and the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Love now. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yards. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I don't know if y'all been following this situation, whatever y'all have. Get in the conversation and tell me what y'all think about this whole thing.
Let's go now.
We're educated, not land related. Peace and love for y'all. Take care of yourself out there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Well, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So after 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
This game, bro.
5-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And despite later in his career claiming to be affiliated with the Disciples,
First down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Oh, come on, bro.
Down, 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
eventually partnering up with his brother G Money and starting a record label, Red Day Productions, playing a big role in bringing top-tier talent like Juice WRLD and Kid Laroi.
And now Love going to change things up.
The music and back to the streets. Another famous name you might associate with No Limit is Cairo, an outspoken affiliate who played a major part in the beat as this story.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
It's Mad Max, a.k.a. C Money, or Killer Chris. He's possibly the most active killer in the street side of this story, becoming infamous in both the streets and on the internet for allegedly being a fearless shooter who claimed the lives of numerous enemies. Now, as far as the streets goes, there were allegedly 2 main leaders.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Throwing, Love. A short throw to Musgrave.
Oh, this game, bro. This game. This game, bro.
14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The fact that No Limit is such a large gang is perhaps the reason that the group was able to survive such a long war with so many enemies. As in this story, there are 3 distinct feuds going on between No Limit and their allies and their enemies in different parts of the city. The 3 groups that No Limit and their allies are feuding with specifically include the Lakeside Gangster Disciples.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
No Limit beats opposition. Their crew made up of gangster disciples and prize lords in a particular area of Terrortown. South of Terrortown is No Limit territory, with an overlapping area in the southeast known as Lakeside, hence the intense rivalry between these 2 groups. In fact,
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Should be enough to give you an idea of just how deadly this feud can get. In fact, some KTS members even scored a large
Here now, 2nd and goal.
A terrifying prospect would likely inspire fear into pretty much anyone these days.
They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
KTS Vaughn both big hitters due to their families' gang ties, with their
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring that 4th down here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. We've got a one-score game inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He may go. Jahan Dotson.
Let's go.
Touchdown. Jahan Dotson. 94 yards. And the Black Knights look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Playing a small part of this is a historical overlap between some members of Lakeside and Poppingtown. And to understand this, we've got to take a closer look at Poppingtown, another gang set with battled No Limit fiercely for control of the streets of Chicago. Poppingtown is yet another gang with its heritage from the Black East.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
A short drive west of Terratown. Nearby Surpont City is another older gang.
This is 1st and 10.
Gangs have been active in Poppingtown as far back as the 1980s. In fact, there's one kid from the area named Nate Hill who became one of America's biggest
Love looking to throw it.
apparently forging close ties with the Black Easterns before eventually
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him.
And got his man complete.
I knew it was going to be some wheel route or something like that.
So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Here's Love. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game, challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit with a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. Trey McBride, 68 yards. And the Black Knights might be moving closer to an elusive second win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Police were called to the scene of the shooting at around 1:20 in the morning. Attending the 78.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Just a few blocks from his home, and he would sadly be pronounced
And
dead
he'll
by
elect
2
not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
He was charged with killing Vito, ultimately getting 60 years in prison. The loss of Vito hit No Limit members hard, and surviving members would regularly bring him up in conversation.
Here's 1st and 10.
His computer's freestyle that he drops the 5 for Vito, a reference to doing a downward 5-finger hand sign as a mark of disrespect for the 5-point star that represents the early Black Easter movement with Black
His throw incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there and force the incompletion.
He'd regularly be seen on camera swearing on Vito's line in regular conversation.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return will stop right around the 25. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, J-Dan Stanley.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so.
Come on, Stan.
Complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals the victory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
But in this case, instead of being shot by the Ops, Zale would lose his life after a dramatic shootout.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The police would return fire, striking Zale, real name Izale Jackson, eventually taking him into custody and taking his weapon. But but sadly his injuries would be too much, and he'd be pronounced dead.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on second and long. Love. He's going to let it fly. Now he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play fake. Here's Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Violence against Lakeside, possibly attracting retaliation. However, others that are closer to Fazo would suggest that his death of the dice game was nothing to do with the ongoing feud. But regardless of who was responsible,
one last shot now for Love. He'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will...
was held at 79th and Escanaba Avenue. Here, Bezos' family and friends would be gathered on the block when a car pulled up, slowing down, rolling down the window, and someone inside opening fire. 4 grown men and a 10-year-old boy would be hit, but fortunately no deaths were recorded. Sadly, this was just another example of how ruthless the shooters in this story were willing to get. And from here, naturally, things would continue to escalate and blood would continue to spill between these two warring groups. Violence between the No Limit Muskegon boys and their enemies continued in Terrortown throughout 2011. On June the 3rd, Boss Blair's real name Randall Cummings, an older figure in the No Limit community, and allegedly the father of Faro from No Limit, who would have only been 7 years old at the time, will be shot multiple times, being found lying dead at 6801 South Crandon Avenue. Witnesses say that after an argument, a silver car fled the scene, with this happening just down the road from a police station, with the police themselves even hearing the gunshots. Now, popular Chicago drill documentary channel Chicago Scene88 has suggested that the alleged shooter in this crime was KTS Rio from Pockettown. And if Chicago Scene88's research is to be believed, No Limit would hold a near decade-long grudge against Rio for this incident. But sadly, only days after that incident, another of No Limit's enemies would end up losing their life. Hakeem Graham, a 20-year-old with suspected ties to Black Mob, was shot multiple times and killed on June the 6th, 2011. And then another suspected affiliate of Black Mob was gunned down on November the 1st, 2011, at 7:45 in the morning at the bus stop at the 2400 block of East 75th Street. 18-year-old Rayvon Martin was shot in the back of the head, execution style, as a bus approached. 2011 was a bloody year in Terrortown, but things would only escalate further in 2012, when one of the most bloody incidents in this story took place on the streets of Chicago. On February the 19th, 2012, just before 7 p.m., Lakeside members had driven through No Limit territory looking for their homes. At this point, they apparently spotted a large group of No Limit members standing outside of a liquor store on the 2500 block of East 79th Street at the intersection with Essex Avenue. The shooter in a beige vehicle allegedly leaped out the car, opening fire at the group with an automatic weapon with an extended clip. 5 people were injured in the shooting but survived, including a 14-year-old, but 2 people would sadly lose their lives at the scene. A 53-year-old by the name of Gregory Glindsey, also known as Alamo, and a 19-year-old by the name of Jamal Harris, also known as Rock. Despite causing numerous injuries, the KTS shooters from Lakeside did break the spirit of the No Limit soldiers. Going forward,